Welcome to the home of the Purdue Boilermakers, Ross Age Stadium in West Lafayette, Indiana. As we'll see a squad from the Big Ten, the Penn State Nittany Lions, taking on the 11th ranked team in the land, the Purdue Boilermakers. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, joined here in the booth by a couple of legends, and yes, we do use that term loosely. David Pollack from the University of Georgia and former Gator Jesse Palmer. Guys, let's get down to the field. On the move from inside his 5. Not a lot of space to be found. Good hustle by the coverage team, and they stop him at the 21. So the Purdue Boilermakers offense takes the field to start this game off. We have got a tremendous matchup between these two running backs, both stars in their own right, and David, both ready to make a huge impact.
I mean, how fun is it to have two guys, one on each side, when they have the football, like they can go the distance. Just dynamic speed, great vision. These defenses are in trouble because these guys can touch it a bunch of different ways. And
there he goes! Bust through behind his pad. They finally get him on the ground, but he's got an explosive play for the first down. The Boilermakers headed quickly to the...
What a phenomenal job in the open field, breaking off the long run, and they're not going to just take their time and huddle up to get the next play called. They're right back at the line of scrimmage, going tempo.
A nice passing game by this offense. The quarterback and the receiver on the same page, in time, in rhythm, creates the big play. And look at them. They're right back on the football, ready to run another play.
The give to the running back from the shotgun. Open space at the 25. Nice pickup on the ground there. They'll move the sticks with the first down. And the Boilermakers come to the line with a fresh set of downs. Might as well run him until they stop him. He's got it again. Stopped at the 13-yard line as they try to turn this into points. It'll be second down, and remember, they can pick up a first without scoring. He'll do it himself. He's tackled right at the 10-yard line, and they're trying to cash in on this drive. The terrain gets rough this deep in the red zone. Third down, they can pick up the first without scoring. To the ground to try to move the chains. And he waltzes in for the score. Touchdown, Purdue!
Now, coaches always talk about starting fast and taking that opening drive and really setting the tone for the football game, and that is exactly what they did, and they finish it with a good brand of physicality, running the football, ending the drive, and getting off to the 6-0 start.
And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. So the Penn State Nittany Lions offense will try to get something going with their first possession. This wide receiver matchup is one that we've been waiting to see. You have two guys on either side, Jesse, who are really going to make the secondaries nervous.
Oh, they should, because these guys can take the top off at defense. You've got two very dynamic individuals playing on each offense, and if I'm playing quarterback in this game for either team, I am going to take my shots and give my guy an opportunity, because both of these guys, David, have proven they can make circus-level catches.
I mean, when they're not open, they're open. I mean, they can make the dynamic catches, the contested catches. They have the speed. They are two of the best playmakers in all of the country. So whenever an offense has the football today, you're going to like the show.
The offense lines up at the 41 with a 1st and 10. Catch in the middle, it's McMillan. Right down the gut of the field. Touchdown, Nittany Lions! The step and just dusted the field.
Well, this offense is top 10 in the country in points per game because they've got a lot of speed and they've got home run hitters. They score fast. They don't need 10 plays to go down the field. You saw it right there. They've recruited well. They've got playmakers. They're going to be a problem for defenses all year long.
And the extra point was good as they finished the drive. Quick strike offense on that 3-play scoring drive. And they cap things off with a touchdown pass from 59 yards out. The returner's going to try to see what he can get. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. The Purdue offense heads back out to the field. There wasn't much need to throw it around on that last drive for the touchdown, Jesse. They got it done running the ball.
And, David, I don't think you have to overthink this thing. If they can't stop you running it, why would you stop handing it off? Just keep at it.
He wants to go deep. And that'll be incomplete. They tried to hit him with a big one on first down.
Looks to me on that deep ball like he was forcing it a little bit. You got to be careful as a quarterback. You're not trying to outduel the other guy who just threw a touchdown pass. You're just trying to win the game. So just execute the plays. The ball goes to who it's designed to go to. And if that means you got to turn around and hand it off, then that's what you got to do. But I think on that last deep ball, he'll be forcing it a little bit.
The Boilermakers want to move quickly. Takes it from the gun on third down. He lets it fly. Pass falls incomplete, but that was basically a free play as the defense was offsides, and this is going to be a first down.
Yeah, and you see some people get upset with offsides in the defense. I call it the cost of doing business. It's just part of being great off the football. Sometimes you'll guess and sometimes you'll be wrong. The first one is always on me, Coach, and then the second one, usually he takes me out of the game.
He's not afraid to go deep. And it falls incomplete, and the offense is lucky to have it. Defender right there almost had it in his grasp. Try to make up for some of that lost ground on second down. They'll run the option. He'll toss it. Good pickup on the ground, and they'll mark him down at the 39. The Boilermakers come to the line on third down, trying to keep this drive alive. They'll try to power their way ahead. Such a big part to convert these third downs, and they've got it at the 42.
Yeah, a nice job dialing up that short yardage situation play call there, David. They needed 1 yard, and they picked up 2.
Yeah, great job up front. Great job by the back knowing where they need to go. Nice having a hole you can get through and not have to just do it all on your own as a running back.
They'll go to the ground. And he jukes the first guy, made him miss, and picked up a few before being brought down. The Boilermakers in a good spot here with second and short. Wants to adjust the pattern. Quick release on the RPO. Really putting together a threat now. They get the first. It's at the 37.
That had to be a coverage bust because there is no way one of the best receivers in the country was that wide open. Somebody on defense wasn't where they were supposed to be. They had their eyes in the wrong place. That should not happen ever.
From the gun, running back on the move. And he is stopped immediately by the big defensive lineman. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. Looking to fire. Out of the backfield, he's open. And a good job of coverage by that defense, just a short pickup. They've got to come up with a big play on this third and long. From the gun, wants to pass. And that third down pass had some serious juice, but they couldn't hook up.
Sometimes it takes quarterbacks a few plays to really get into the rhythm of the game and not force things. I think the quarterback that time was really trying to force the ball to his wide receiver, but against man coverage, there were other guys on that play that were open that could have had a chance. So this quarterback just needs to settle down a little bit. He won't be throwing as many incompletions if he just lets the coverage tell him where to go. How nice is it as a head coach to have a kicker like this? It makes these decisions on fourth down so much easier. Just trot him out there and let him stroke it through the uprights.
He'll bring it out. It's Wall. That's the kind of mistake that throws off your game plan. Come out of the end zone and you're stopped at the 8. Penn State sends the offense back onto the field. We've had some early scores. They get the ball back, trailing by a field goal, 10-7. And he'll be knocked down at the 2-yard line.
Well, the offense got themselves into trouble. They're back in their own end. It's an obvious passing situation, so the defense is just pitting their ears back, and they're trying to get after him. They could not allow him to escape, step up, get rid of the football. They take a sack very close to the goal line.
Stopping the run is very high on every defensive coordinator's list. Making the dimensional. Nice job stuffing the run on that play right there.
Running back searching for a hole. They stop him short of the sticks, and it'll be fourth down. The Nittany Lions will punt this one away. They'll have to punt for the first time this afternoon. Sends his first one of the day on the way. We didn't see much of him in that victory last week, just called on one time. They'll wrap him up and bring him down, and that's how we'll wrap up the first quarter. That's the end of the period, and Purdue has the lead. And we've reached the end of one. Before we move on, let's take a look at our stats so far. First play of the period, first down here. To the air on first down. He's going to let it go. And it was worth the gamble, but the long pass is incomplete.
Well, this defense was ready for go balls. Against this receiver and his speed, he's one of the fastest in the country. They knew this quarterback was going to try to take the top off the defense. That time they couldn't link up, but if you're on defense, just know they're going to try that play again.
Shows him the stiff arm. They finally get him stopped, and this veteran junior running back comes up with a nice play. They're down to the 25 on 1st and 10. They'll give it to him again. You'll take 4 yards on first down every time, 2nd and 6. And the Boilermakers come to the line in the hurry up.
A nice job being gap sound by this defense. And here you go. Watch what this offense does. They'll get right back on the ball, and they'll go really quick, so you've got to be prepared.
And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play.
That back had absolutely nowhere to run the football. Actually, is he counting? I think he's counting to make sure there's only 11 guys on defense.
Already in chip shot field goal range at the 21, but this 3rd and short, they're still thinking touchdown. The give on the inside. They'll make the stop about a yard short of the first down. They're in field goal range here on 4th down, but they're going to keep this offense on the field. Trying to keep this drive alive. Picks up enough to give them 1st and 10 from the 11. The Boilermakers are marching down the field. On the option. He'll pitch it. Touchdown, Boilermaker! How about this back staying on track and getting it in on the option?
It looks like the offense just had the defense confused on that option play. Nobody accounting for the pitch man. Running back able to walk in.
And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. The Nittany Lions going back to work on offense now. That deficit has now grown to double digits, down 17-7. Oh, he's got some space. Got enough for the first, and he's still going. Push out of bounds at the 39-yard line. A big pickup on that run.
How nice is it in an offense when you can generate explosive plays by running the football? You got to force feed this guy, man. He is an absolute game changer.
Fighting off the defender. This time he doesn't get loose, and finally the defense gets him bottled up behind the line. The Nittany Lions trying to find their way forward after the big loss on the last play. Got it in the middle. It's good. Brought down at the 20-yard line after ripping off the big play. And the Nittany Lions will have it 1st and 10.
And I love when you understand when I'm supposed to put some RPMs on that football. You can tell he's thrown over the middle of the field. He knows he's got defenders there. I got to throw this thing in there quick, fast, in a hurry. Nice job by the quarterback.
Plenty of work to do here on 2nd and long. Trying play action. Unloads to the wideout. Caught over the middle. It's Wall. They make the tackle just outside the end zone, but it'll be 1st and goal from the 1. The Nittany Lions didn't start this drive with great field position, but they have moved methodically down the field. Touchdown, Penn State! Great job by the back on the option. Getting set for the point after.
And I like the running back's vision. He sees the hole, explodes through it. He knows where the goal line is, gets in the end zone, gets 6.
So that was a 6-play, 75-yard drive. They're getting set to kick it away, and that last score took a little oomph out of this crowd. And he's coming out of the end zone. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. The Boilermakers have it back, and here comes the offense. No reason to be in a big rush. They have some time here late in the half. He wants to start this drive with a pass. He's got it up to 25. Touchdown, Purdue! Once he got a step, it was all over, right to the house.
Big-time players make big plays in big games, man. It seems like each and every week when this guy has an opportunity in the end zone, he's coming up with the big one. That time, great job focusing and concentration. Defense not able to cover him. That's his now 10th receiving touchdown on the year.
Fielded in the end zone, it's Wall. Rolling the dice to bring it out of the end zone did not work out as he stopped at the 13. Penn State sends the offense back onto the field. Not a lot of time left here in the half. Let's see if they can cut into this lead.
And this drive isn't a must score, but man, you look at the scoreboard. You're down 2 scores. Jesse, you got a good opportunity. Create some momentum. Cut it to a 1-score game. This is an important possession.
Yeah, it's important to create that momentum now, David, too, and not wait to get it going here at the start of the 3rd quarter. You've got one drive here to get a couple of points. You've got to start erasing and chipping away at this deficit. This could be where the game turns right here.
From the 39-yard line, it's 1st and 10. One back in the backfield, he gets to carry. Past the 1st down marker and still running. They bring him down, but the big play will move the sticks. Gets the back moving. We got a timeout here late in the 1st half, and they'll try to get more points on the board before the break. They're lining up on 1st and 10 from the 38. Wants to go up top on 1st down. And the defense picks up a sack, getting the quarterback down at the 44. The offense calls timeout. It's the 2nd one they've used this half. That's caught. It's good. And they bring him down quickly, but a good gain there. Timeout called by the defense. It's their 1st of the half as they'll go to the sideline and try to make adjustments. It'll be 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. Lets it fly deep downfield. And good coverage there to knock it away and deny the score.
And that's a great idea by this defense, man. 3rd down, it's money down. Where are they going to go? They're going to go to their go-to guy. And what does the defense do? They double team him, take him away, and force the 4th down.
Never a doubt. Down to a 1-possession game, 24-17. And for a quick update, let's go to Kevin Connors in the studio.
Guys, a couple of ACC teams colliding in a game that could have some implications. Miami is just wearing one right now. That defense looks like me when I go to South Beach. Out of shape and badly burned. Hey, who's running this stuff? They're trailing by 14 to Wake Forest. Never know what's going to happen in the ACC, and we'll circle back if anything.
He lofts it high and deep down the left side. And they won't make the connection, looking to make a big play there.
Well, you knew you were going to see it in this game, throwing the go route to one of the fastest players in all of college football. This receiver strikes fear in the heart of every defense because he's got elite track speed. He's going to blow the combine up in the 40-yard dash because of his wheels. Not able to connect with the quarterback on that one, but you know he has the defense's attention.
Offense calls a timeout here. Critically important to make sure they have the right play called and everyone on the same page here. Now staring at a 3rd and short from the 40. From the gun, wants to pass. Catch in the middle, it's Kane. They bring him down, but not before he's able to pick up the first down. The Boilermakers moving quickly to the line. Wants to throw on 1st down. He tosses one high and deep down the left side. Touchdown, Boilermakers! They took a shot to the end zone and found 6 points waiting on them.
You know, there's so many coaches out there in 2-minute situations at the end of the half with a lead that'll just be happy taking the lead into halftime. This guy's staying aggressive, though. Pedal to the metal, David, and you saw it paid off there for the touchdown.
Yeah, and let's finish this half now. And now we got a nice lead. Built a little bit of a lead, but the defense has to go back out there. There's still a little bit of time. So get that stop to keep that momentum you just got, and everybody will be jacked up at halftime.
They'll try the run. Turning it on! That's the kind of play that can really get you going as they have a 1st down at the 43. The clock will stop with this timeout from the offense. They'll get a chance to regroup on the sideline. Looking to throw on 1st down. Not much of a chance there. He just had to get rid of it to avoid the sack. Just a few seconds remaining here as they try to put something up before halftime. Back to pass. Just had to get rid of that one. Good job to avoid the loss. Just enough time for one final play in this half. On 3rd and long, he's going to have to throw for it. Rush is on him. He'll heave it deep. Makes the grab at the 10. They make the stop, but man, oh man, did he almost get a score on the final play of the half. A big game. We played 2 quarters here. Time to go to Kevin Connors in our halftime update. The Boilermakers will boot it away to start the 2nd half. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. The Nittany Lions going back to work on offense now. They had a really productive 1st half, but in a game like this, they better keep it up.
You know, at halftime, the offense and defense separate, and they kind of go over their own adjustment.
Pass rush, gets there, gets home, gets him down at the 23. The Nittany Lions have put themselves in dire straits after that last play. It's 2nd and a mile. Wants to go up top. And here comes the pressure, and there he goes down again. Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. On 3rd and long, doesn't need to take the check down. Chucked it away just as he was hit. And they can't make the play on 3rd down.
That's a frustrating start for this offense. At halftime, you know you're down. You got to come out. You got to create some energy, some momentum, get this side of the ball cooking, and you go 3 and out, and you punt the football. But now you're going to rely on your defense. You got to get the ball back, string some stops together while we're trying to figure out the offensive side of the football.
He'll get it up to about the 44-yard line before they slam the brakes on him. The Purdue offense heads back out to the field. This offense has really been clicking in the game so far, Jesse.
No doubt. Everything their play caller is dialing up, these guys offensively have been able to go out and execute, David.
Yeah, and it's just maintaining the lead. Keep doing what you've been doing. You got a big lead. Let's just keep piling it on until they find an answer.
He's piled up 87 yards on the ground, and he's been terrific all season, ranking in the top 10 in rushing. They'll ride the hot hand. This junior making his presence felt and making the stop after a short gain. Got 3 on first down at 2nd and 7. Looking to fire. They're working that left side. Inside the 15, out of bounds at the 14-yard line. The offense looking for a score. And the Boilermakers come to the line with a new set of downs. He's got it on the right. Out of bounds after a big pickup on the play, just a couple of yards short of the goal line.
It's a nice play call there. You've got 2-possession lead. You're trying to keep the defense guessing, right? Because you've got that lead, they know you're going to run it, but you still have got to be able to sprinkle in some shot plays and some vertical throws. That was really, really good thinking on that last play call by the offense.
Into the end zone he goes. Touchdown, Purdue! They've extended the lead and taken control here in week 9. And the extra point is true, and the lead balloons to 21.
Another rushing touchdown. That's now 2 on the game. This offense thought they could come into this one running the ball, being the more physical team, and they look like it right now.
Penn State sends the offense back onto the field. They're down by 21 points, but you get a touchdown here, and you do at least apply a little game pressure, Jesse.
It's true. I think for them to get back in this one at this point now, they need the quarterback to play his best football. He's going to have to be good really pre-snap, David, making sure they're in the right looks, and he's got to be really good with his decision-making.
He's got to be dialed in because defensively you're giving up points. So it's not like you have the luxury of the defense playing great. The offense is going to have to score and score pretty dang quickly.
Well, it's a nice job by the defender. They're closing the gap with the wide receiver. They're going to complete the hitch pass, but he's able to run right up on him, get him to the ground for a minimum gain.
Off the bootleg, wants to throw it. He'll loft one deep down the left side. Can't make the play on the interception, and man, they were looking for their first pick of the game. Instead, it'll be 4th down.
And that's a really good job by this defense being dialed in. You got a big lead. You know exactly what's coming. This offense is going to have to make some explosive plays down the field. They were ready, they were disciplined, and made a good play on the football.
The Nittany Lions will punt it away on 4th down. He'll try to really get into this one. Returns like that are why you don't settle for the fair catch if you don't have to. Picks up just a little bit of yards to help out the O. The Boilermakers have it back, and here comes the offense. There have been few obstacles for this offense as they are starting to pull away here in the second half, Jesse.
And this has been a dream game for this play caller, too, right? It's like anything that he's calling is working flawlessly.
Yeah, it's fun to be the offensive coordinator, but not the defensive coordinator. They have had no answers. It's been an absolutely miserable day trying to solve the riddle of this offense.
Got a little space. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that.
Well, this running back has had a pretty good day so far in this game, and I think the key right now is for the defense to find a way to slow him down. He had a good run 2 plays ago. The defense gets the TFL on this one. I think you got to change up your fronts defensively and try to give this offensive line different alignment looks to see if they can confuse him.
It's so nice when you know it's 3rd and long, you know a pass is coming, you worked on it all week, get your feet set at the sticks, understand that quarterback's got to be rushed, get him off of his spot. Nice execution by this defense.
This drive will start at their own 27-yard line. From the gun, they'll try to impose their running game. And he was able to run through 1 tackle, but still only a modest gain.
It's definitely too early to panic, but there's some bad feelings going on for this offense right now. You're way down on the scoreboard. I know we're still in the first half, but after that last play, it's pretty obvious. You can't run the ball. You're becoming a one-dimensional offense at a time when you need to be able to score some points. So either get it done through the air or you've got to be more physical up front.
That's the end of the period, and Purdue has the lead. And as we switch ends of the field, let's take a quick look at the national rankings. play. From the gun, wants to pass. He lobs one high down the left side. Couldn't quite haul it in. They almost had their first pick here late in the game. Coach has no choice here. The offense has to stay on the field, down multiple possessions this late. 4th down attempt coming. He'll take another shot here. And it's knocked away, and they don't convert on 4th down.
Well, at this point of the game, in the second half, down 3 possessions, you're not punting anymore, right? Every 4th down you're going to be going for, regardless of where you are in the field. The problem is, defense knows it too, so they're going to play call accordingly. That time, they had a better play call on. They execute. It's just been that kind of day for this offense.
Give him 109 yards on the ground, and that's just another routine day for this guy who's been among the nation's leaders in rushing all season long. And they saved the touchdown, getting him out of bounds at the 4-yard line. 2nd down coming up on this red zone opportunity. Motion from the wide receiver. Give to the back. And he gets it back to the 4-yard line. No farther than that. No gain on the play.
And just a great job on the defense being stout, right? That's your job. Be stout up front, stuff in the run play, make them get in more passing situations, but do not let them run the football. That's 101. Stop the run first.
Tight quarters deep in the red zone, but they can pick up a 1st down without scoring. 3rd down. And they've got him down after the short completion, but they inch closer and closer to pay dirt.
You know, that's one as a quarterback. You've thrown the completion, and you're like, dude, can you just turn around and make one guy miss and go get the first? Or can you just stretch out and get the 1st down? You need your...
And he strides his way into the end zone. Touchdown, Boilermakers! They extend this lead, and it looks as if they are going to make it 2 wins in a row. Like a Thanksgiving turkey. Theirs being carved. No shot. They have no idea how to get in this quarterback's head.
He's on fire. Everything he's doing is working defensively. We got to figure something out. We got to try to do something a little bit different, bring more pressure. At this rate, shoot, he's on so much fire, you might as well just send everybody. Blitz everybody, live with the results, because everything else ain't working anyways.
And it's incomplete. If you're going to take a hit like that, you might as well hang on to the ball.
And it's going to be hard for this offense, man. They've struggled to pass the football down the field, to make these explosive plays, and now, huge deficit. Got to make them. Got to find a way to push the ball down the field to create some explosive plays if you want a chance to get back in this football game.
And defensively, this is exactly what you want, right? You got the big lead, so you can play big zone coverages. Just keep the ball in front of you. Keep your eye on the quarterback. Rally to the football. Gang tackle. You're going to win this game.
Quickly out to the tight end. He's knocked down just short of the 30 at the 29-yard line. It brings up 4th down. He'll try to throw and pick up the 1st down. Fires to the wideout. And it's incomplete. The long pass downfield, they couldn't hook up.
I think that play right there has been a big theme in this game. When it matters the most, on big-time down and distances, this defense has been able to step up and make the play when they need it most. That 4th down, great job in the back end in coverage, forcing the incompletion with a big lead now, creating a turnover on downs.
Stop behind the line of scrimmage, and that is a rare sight for this defense today against this guy. Not what they had in mind to start this drive. Here comes 2nd and 13. They keep it on the ground. Clock is their friend. And a good, solid pickup there before the defense knocks him down.
And here's the mindset if you're on offense. 4th quarter, you've got a huge lead. Obviously, you're going to run the football, but just be aware of the clock. You don't want to snap it too quickly. You're probably just doing safe runs inside the tackles like you saw right there. You just got to execute. You got to be aware, but you've got this game in hand so long as you don't turn it over.
They'll move the tight end. Muscling ahead on 3rd and short. He's not going to make it. What a good job by this defense to stop him in his tracks.
Well, the defense finally able to make a play, getting a tackle for loss. They haven't had many of those today because this running back really has answered the bell. They knew coming in they were going to have to give him the football, force feed it to him, and let him go to work. He's done that. Well over 100 yards rushing in this game. The defense just has not had the answers consistently for him.
And they are stopped on 4th down. That decision will be questioned. He'll start this drive firing. Flips it out on the screen. And this one will be stopped for no gain.
Really good defense. You know, you're trying to stay as close as you can to all these targets, and most importantly, those open field tackles and getting them on the ground as soon as they catch it. That's a major deal for defenses, and that was a good example there of it.
Maybe this will breathe a little life into this offense, which has been flatlined in the second half. Here's 1st and 10. The give to the back. This junior making his presence felt and making the stop after a short gain.
Well, I think the offense at this point now, they're just trying to limit the damage. They want to get out of here and move on, turn the page to the next game because things just have not been going their way, throwing or running the football.
2nd down, he'll throw it. Fires to the middle. Got his man downfield. And this defense was flailing as he weaved his way and got down to the 26. The Nittany Lions have it with a 1st and 10. It's a lost cause, but they keep fighting. Got it in the middle. It's Wall. And that is how we will wrap this one up. With the win today, they're now bowl eligible, and that's certainly worth celebrating, at least to some degree, wouldn't you say, guys?
Yeah, listen, at the start of the year, there are a lot of goals that get put up on the blackboard. Reaching a bowl game is one of them. So now you can go ahead and check that off. But if you're this football team, you're not celebrating that tonight.